We're joined by former Cowboys defensive lineman and three-time Super Bowl champion Chad Hennings. Chad joining us from the Star in Frisco. Chad, obviously the Cowboys about to kick off the season, which means the annual kickoff luncheon. That's coming up Wednesday. And Happy Hill Farms, once again in the spotlight. You're connected to that organization. How proud are you of that connection?
Oh, I'm very proud of the connection. And particularly this year is going to be extra special because of a tribute for the founder of Happy Hill Farm. Ed Shipman recently passed away. And it was his dream, he and his wife Gloria's dream, his vision, and all the proceeds from all the kickoff lunches, to date, Happy Hill Farm has been the beneficiary of that. So it's, for me as a former board member, former chairman of the board for Happy Hill Farm, it's a special time, anytime, that we can honor both Ed as well as a great way to kick off the season for the Dallas Cowboys.
Chad, for people unfamiliar with Happy Hill Farm, explain the mission.
Well, the mission originally started off to help at-risk kids. Ed and Gloria Shipman in 1974 basically took 300 acres of undeveloped property south of Granbury, between Granbury and Glenrose, and developed it into a world-class private Christian school. So they take kids, they don't take any federal monies. It's all private donations, and the kids get a chance to experience and to learn in a healthy, faith-based environment.
What memories do you have specifically of Mr. Shipman?
Ed was one of those mentors of a guy where you look at him and just the number of people that he served. The thousands of kids whose life he has impacted. And I've thought a lot about this lately, that his legacy, when you judge the legacy of a man, you don't remember the material things that he has left behind, but what you remember on the legacy of any individual is the number of lives that they have impacted. And Ed has impacted thousands upon thousands of not just the kids that he served, but those companies and individuals like me that have gotten involved with the farm over the years to be able to serve alongside him and to help the kids. So that's the biggest memory I have of Ed, is just his God-sized vision and the number of miracles that have happened, day in, day out, to impact the lives of those kids.
Another man who has an awesome legacy, Jerry Jones, owner, president, and GM of the Dallas Cowboys, a finalist for induction to the Hall of Fame next season. Do you think he should get in on the first try, Chad?
No doubt. No doubt. You talk about an individual who has impacted the game from a commercial standpoint and has really revolutionized the game, who actually has continued the advances that the Dallas Cowboys organization has, started from its inception. I've toured this facility here, this practice facility, and I am in awe. I am totally in awe. No doubt Jerry should get in on the first ballot.
So you're in shock of that facility. Cowboys fans right now in shock for a different reason, with reports that Tony Romo could be out 6 to 10 weeks with a broken bone in his back. How devastating is that loss?
Very devastating, very devastating. And I can only imagine what Tony is going through emotionally, having had the injury-prone season last year and to not even get a chance to play a regular season game. But the Cowboys are very resilient. They're going to have a young quarterback now accelerate his learning curve and get up to speed and get ready for the first game here in a couple weeks. I'm taking personally the view that this may be the new era of Dak Prescott and allow some of these younger guys in this draft class to put their stamp on this season and to carry on that Cowboy tradition for the next generation.
Is it too early to start talking about the end of Tony Romo's career?
Well, I think people have been having that conversation for the last, definitely starting last year. But when you've had the number of injuries that he's had and just, the sheer streak of bad luck with the injuries at his age, would be extremely difficult to come back at that. And I can empathize. I played into my mid to late 30s also, and when the older you get, you don't bounce back as quickly, and it's tough to be resilient. And in this sport, that's one thing that you need more than anything is physical resilience.
Assuming the offense leads the way and Dak Prescott can hold the ship steady and Zeke can perform as we all believe he can and Des Bryant has truly recovered, is this defense good enough?
You know, that's the big question mark, and I think that's always the big question mark because ultimately, you know, championships are won with defense. And that's the one thing that they're going to need, that pass rush. They're going to need to get the other opposing offense off the field to keep our offense on the field. I have a lot of confidence in Coach Marinelli, and if anybody can get a team ready, it's him. And I know that they've been concentrating on the little things, doing the little things right of turning the ball, stripping the ball, creating turnovers. And when you do those things, when you bat those singles and doubles, baseball season is still upon us, when you do those little things, that's when great things can happen.
One last question before we let you run. Chad Hennings, not the former Dallas Cowboys defensive lineman, three-time Super Bowl champion. Chad Hennings, the fan. What do you feel this team is now capable of?
You know, it's with the big 800-pound gorilla in the room of whether Tony's healthy or not, but going forward, I see that this team is capable of great things. And I think it's an opportunity for this team to put a stamp that despite all the adversity that we've had to go through early in this camp, that they can be a great team. And I'm very optimistic, and I'm always optimistic, but I'm very optimistic that this may be the beginning of a new era. And that's my hope and my prayer.
The Cowboys Kickoff Luncheon, always a great day. This year, even more special with the tribute to Ed Shipman. Just a reminder, it's this Wednesday inside AT&T Stadium at 11:30. For ticket information, call the number on the screen. It's all to benefit the Courage House at Happy Hill Farms.